So in this video, I wanted to go through 6 very different side hustles that you can start today on your phone, your laptop, your computer to generate extra sources of income. But one day, depending on, not all of them are fully scalable, but most of them can scale out to something that you can quit your 9-to-5 job from. So these are really, really great. Some of them you don't really need any experience for. They're very easy to skill up and learn a lot quickly. There's a lot of videos on all of them to help train and get you ready for everything. So yeah, moving on to the first step. Okay, so step number 1. Step number 1, this is to create YouTube thumbnails. So what a thumbnail is say you search something up on YouTube, how to build a table. It'll have an image on the front of, say, the person that's doing it. It'll often have big block writing. It'll have colorful text, maybe some small images or something. And what this does is it's supposed to attract viewers' attention to their channel. So lots of YouTube channel creators put out lots of videos all the time, and for each one they have to make a unique thumbnail. It can be, you know, a little bit of an annoyance for them, and it's something they could very easily outsource to someone else, and they're very happy to pay $10, $15, $20, $30 to do this. So maybe you're asking yourself at first, what do you do? How do I make a thumbnail? There's plenty of videos out there that show you, teach you, instruct you how to build a really engaging thumbnail. There's lots of good platforms out there. You've got Banner Snack, you can use Canva, you can use Photoshop. All of these things make it pretty easy to build a thumbnail. They often have the category for video thumbnail, so you don't have to get the specifications right. It'll have it set for you. What you want to do though is you don't want to target big YouTube channels, because they'll already have their own professional teams working on it, doing it for them. You want to get the kind of medium-sized ones with, you know, maybe 8,000 to 15, 20,000. These people, you know, they're still growing their channel. They're probably making money off the channel and they're quite invested in it. But at the same time, if you can save them a little bit of time by creating those thumbnails, they'll often more than happy help. Okay, so step number 2, this is creating a Facebook page for lawn mowing or for dog walking. So doing this, you can make the Facebook page, and another really good way to kind of get your name out there quick is to just go around your local suburb or the surrounding suburbs. You know, you don't want it to be too far away from where you live, and just print out pages with little leaflets and things that they can pull off with your number, your link to your Facebook account. And a lot of people are very happy to support people in their community and doing these tasks and doing the lawn mowing and doing the dog walking. You don't really need much skill. I mean, with lawn mowing, you just have to be a little bit careful and have a little bit of an eye for detail. But dog walking is pretty easy. You know, you just grab a dog, walk. And yeah, it's a really good way to make money on the side. Do it as a weekend thing, so you don't have to give up on any of your time during the week. And it doesn't really require much technical know-how or anything. So that's side number 2. Probably not as scalable as a lot of them. I do have a friend that started doing 1 or 2 dogs a week, and now his full-time job is dog walking, dog training, and all these things. So it definitely can scale up, but it's one of those ones that if you don't want to make it as a full-time career, it's still a good way to make income on the side. Okay, so the third step is furniture flipping. So what furniture flipping is, basically you buy someone's old or used furniture. It doesn't necessarily have to be very old. Often these people are moving out of their homes. They want to get rid of their furniture. It's pretty big and bulky, so they don't want to have to deal with all the work of getting that removed. And it'll be a lot cheaper for someone on Gumtree to do it than a professional to kind of move it and then bring it to their new apartment and all these things. So a good tip is to try and go to, say, a suburb that's quite affluent, quite rich. These people will often have more expensive furniture. You can buy it at a fraction of the price and resell it for quite a bit more. So this is a great way to make extra money on the side. You can get, you know, up to 500,000, depends on the type of furniture and your eye and how quickly you can get onto things. But you can really make quite a lot of money doing this. The only problem with it is it's not very scalable, as each job you've pretty much be going to do yourself. You have to be there, you have to talk to the person, you have to go to the house, and you have to physically pick it up, and then, you might not necessarily have to drop it off to someone. You'll just sell it and they'll come to you. But there's a lot more logistics involved in this, and each transaction you have to be very directly involved with. But it's definitely a business that you can start very quickly. You don't have to, you just got to be there at the right time, be constantly searching, looking in the areas that are pretty high, like high income areas, and they'll often have the better stuff and aren't as much worried about cost of things because they'll just buy more things. So that's a good tip. So furniture repurposing, yeah, it's a great side hustle to start. Okay, so fourth step, step number 4, is opening a Medium account. So if you've not heard of Medium, basically it's this giant platform that has all of these different articles on all these different topics made by, just seemingly regular people. So all you have to do is join their partnership program. It doesn't cost anything to start, and start writing on articles that you're interested in. Now, maybe at first you might be thinking, oh, I'm not that good at writing articles. Why would someone want to read about me? Well, that's how pretty much anyone starts anything. So once you get going, especially if you're talking about a topic that you like, you're typically more engaged in it, your writing will become better, and the more you do it, the more Medium platform will recognize your work, people will review it, and if Medium likes your work, they can promote it on their homepage and all these things. And the more people that view your work, the more money you'll get. It's a good thing to do on the side, say when you get home after your job or when you've just got a bit of free time, just write a little, it can be a 10-minute article, it doesn't have to be very big, and put it out there, test if it gets any reaction, and from that just keep on building on your style, and eventually people will start reading your stuff and liking your stuff, and it can definitely become a full-time gig for you. Okay, so moving on to step number 5, and it's pretty fitting at step number 5 because the company is Fiverr. I'm not sure if you've heard of Fiverr before, but if you haven't, it's just this giant platform where you can promote a gig of your own. So something that you can do, a skill that you might have. You could be voiceovers, it could be resume writing, it could be a whole lot of things. And basically from this, you can post what it is that they want you to do. Someone will hire your skill and you will send off whatever the work is that they need you to do. So the good thing about this is you don't actually have to create something before people hire you. So say if you want to do a voiceover, you don't have to create the voiceover of all the different kind of voices that you can do. People could say, oh, I want to use you for my voiceover, and then you create the work. So it's really good because you don't have to spend a lot of time before you release whatever the gig is you want, because you don't actually have to have anything prepared. Ideally, you want to be skilled in it. You want to be able to do good voiceovers, but the good thing about it is you don't actually have to have anything prepared when people come to seek your services. They'll just see it on the platform and they'll decide whether or not they want to hire you. All right, so the 6th and final step is to create a YouTube channel. Now, a lot of people think that YouTube, you can't really make much money on it. It's not necessarily true. You can actually make a very, very large and illustrious career from YouTube. And it's very good if you have a YouTube channel when you start promoting your own other things, or say you want to start another business. If you have a platform and an audience, it's a lot easier to grow that business and to start other YouTube channels if you want, building on the fan base that you already have. So I know it can be quite scary starting a YouTube channel. Maybe you're a bit camera shy, maybe you don't know, you don't feel like you've got the equipment and all these things. I'm still, in my infancy stage of things, but there's a lot of great content out there. A YouTube channel called Think Media is really good. They've given you all these tips to get you more subscribers and what equipment to get and all these things. And one of their big tips that they say, many of their videos, is start before you're ready. That ready is a myth, because no one's ever going to be completely ready and know exactly how everything's going to work and make perfect videos from day one. The really main thing is to start right now. Start today, film something, put it up, see how it goes. It doesn't have to get 1 million views your first video, but just get it out there, and it breaks that initial, feeling on your chest of like, oh my gosh, what if this and this. There's a lot of people out there on YouTube. It's a great community, and they're very helpful to help you out because they all know what it's like starting out. They all had their own different journeys and challenges, but once you've built your profile, you can definitely make lots of money off it. You can do affiliate marketing, sell other people's courses. The options are limitless, and it's the 2nd biggest search platform in the world, search engine in the world. So, it'll keep on growing, and if you keep consistent, you'll definitely reap the rewards. All right, so that's all of the tips for the side hustles that I've got for you today. If you've learned anything, awesome. If you've enjoyed it, even awesomer. Feel free to hit the subscribe button if you want, and I will see you in the next video.